you learn wrong, your desire to follow the ways of God will produce frustration, because you'll be trying to apply strange knowledge on an accurate path. And so if you are not willing to relearn, what happens is that you can create systems that will patch up the road. So what they cut for you was a round peg, but the hole is square. It means there will be spaces, so you can look for paper and chook it on the side. Abi, as I cover it back or no, that's why people compromise. How will I say that God did not help me? So before I testify that God helped me, let me first help God to help me. You see, the chain of helps becomes longer. God is saying, let's do it. Like, say, God, don't worry, don't worry. You don't need to stress yourself. I can help you. When I now help you, then we will now testify that you help me. So in Africa, we have witnesses to following God and achieving things. When you go to Boko, you'll be shocked at what is situated there in Boko. There are many more, but at least Baba has sustained blamelessness for too many years. The little I moved around the guys in Lagos, the Deeper Life guys, I told Reverend Austin yesterday, I said, it means Deeper Life is a wealthy ministry. I now got to know that there was a time when companies, expatriate companies, so you have a lot of Deeper Life people who used to be in Chevron, Shell and all of that, the expatriate companies, because they know that church has chosen righteousness, we go to the church and say, do you have guys that we can employ? Because we know that a Deeper Life member will not steal our money. You see that kind of thing? So all this hustling to get a job, if a church stands right, people will send and say, we can penetrate with ease. That ministry has shown that purity does not always mean poverty. Even in this life, the pure will inherit. These are things that God has put in place across the continent to show us that things work on that straight path. I remember the first time I spoke to Pastor Poju. I went for WAFBEC that year, and he was just walking around like I walk around sometimes. And I now greeted him, sir. I have a question. He said, what's your question? I said, what? This whole thing that you are doing here, what is it about? He said, how many years have you been in ministry? I said, 5. He said, you will do great things, but you need 2 tools. This is faith in God and hard work. And I kept those things in my heart. Faith in God and hard work. Mentally, you can't meet me where I was yesterday. In my work with God, I push, and there are notifications that I entered a new place every day. I'm sure my wife is watching and she's wondering how there was a way I was at home. But there are things that can be tweaked. Not smoke though. Because there are people who used to smoke something to me. There are things that can be tweaked in the spirit that gift what is required to be able to do what God wants you to do, so that your life becomes a testament that God gives when you are withdrawn from the landscape. That a man once came and pioneered a path that was called impossible, but it was possible because he stayed with Jesus. That's what I want my testimony to be.